Christmas and welcome back to another episode. God, I have like a pain. It feels like a dull, like almost like brain freeze, like right over here.
Wake up, you're dreaming. You're dying. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Merry Christmas, everybody! Did you miss me? I missed you. Welcome back to another episode of Pillow Talk. This is the Christmas episode of Pillow Talk, and I wish that I had a Christmas pillow to do this with. So in this episode of Pillow Talk, it's called The Last Christmas, and that is because every Christmas is the last Christmas. This is the last Christmas I'm gonna have so far until 2015. It's so weird that 2015 is coming up. I feel like this has been a crazy year. And I'm also testing out a new lens, so I hope that it's okay. I have new lighting going on. I'm trying to become more professional on my channel. So I hope that it's looking okay. I think the sides might be blurry. I hope it's not bothering you. But, like I said, at Pillow Talk and on my channel, we are a work in progress kind of channel. So, we can only get better from here, right? I hope so. We start off this episode with Clara being woken up by the sound of Santa Claus on her roof, and Santa Claus is played by Nick Frost himself, which I thought was awesome. I love Nick Frost. I think that he is awesome. And I like the fact that his last name is Frost. It kind of reminds me of Christmas time. Which is perfect for this Christmas Doctor Who episode. So as Clara meets Santa Claus, it turns out that the Doctor shows up and he tells Clara to get inside the TARDIS. He's like, "Don't do anything, Clara. Don't talk, Clara. Get into my TARDIS." That was a weird mix of like Arnold and Peter Capaldi and I don't know who else. So she goes into the TARDIS, and then the Doctor and Santa have like this weird kind of like force field, like they're like sort of fighting with each other. Apparently Santa tells him that everything's gonna be taken care of and to let him help, and then the Doctor's like, "Get out of here, Santa, like go on your own merry way, you know, drink a little bit more eggnog, Santa Claus." The Doctor and Clara travel to a base on the North Pole where they meet a group of scientists, and there's one who's trying to save their fellow personnel from these creatures who are like stuck to their face. Apparently they're blind and they're deaf, but they can like telepathically know if you're thinking about them, and that's what causes them to like wake up and like try to attack you. So the girl is trying to avoid it, and she's listening to music, and it's Christmas music, of course. And I think it's so funny when she's like playing her leg as the guitar. She's like, can you see that? I don't even know. And then eventually they all start thinking about the creatures, which causes them to attack the Dr. Clara and the scientists inside the room. So of course their friends try to save them, and in turn the creatures like are all coming down from the ceiling, and then we see them escape and we think that everything's okay. And apparently these creatures are crabs who induce a dream state, and it's kind of like the movie Inception. It's like the dream within a dream. So who else shows up to save the day? Not the Doctor, but Santa Claus. And it's so funny that he parks Rudolph like a car like that. And the elves are like hysterically funny in this episode. Nick Frost is an amazing Santa Claus. I think that he looked the part of Santa Claus. I forget if there's an actual name for these crabs, so I'm gonna go ahead and call them the dream crabs. But Clara is hiding from one of these dream crabs, and it finds her because she starts thinking about them. And then she ends up going into a dream with Danny, and it was really sad. And the more I watched this episode, the more I realized how sad it was of like Danny's death. And it's really sad to see how much Clara actually misses him. So he's dressed up as Santa Claus, and he is like trying to bring her downstairs to give her presents, or it's Christmas morning. And in her dream, she sees that it says on notes on the wall, like, "Clara, you're dreaming, you're dying, because the aliens are actually sucking out her brain." So the Doctor ends up trying to rescue Clara from the dream, and he decides that he has to have the dream crab get on his face, and he ends up in the dream with Clara. So in the dream, Danny, I guess, knows that he's dead, which confirms that it is actually a dream that Clara's having, and Danny is the one to convince Clara to wake up. Once Clara wakes up, they're all back inside the research lab. The doctor makes the team read the first word in the page of the manual, and they all turn out to be different words, so the doctor confirms that everybody's still dreaming and that they're all still in fact in that room where the doctor first met everybody, or when he first came to the North Pole. So it turns out they're all still dying. So after the doctor makes the crew read the first word on the page of the manual, Saint Nick comes in again, and the doctor realizes that Saint Nick being there is just your brain's way of confirming that everything is not real and is trying to communicate with you like something isn't right, like Santa isn't real, like this, you know, something's not right. The only way to wake up from the dream is to fly on Saint Nick's sleigh and to get as far away from the dream as possible. Like, they just don't want to be there. They're just trying to get away. So one by one, they all slowly start to wake up. I thought it was really interesting to see that, I forget her name, one of them is actually in a wheelchair and you see her try to like go stand up from the chair that you think that she's sitting in, and she goes to go. The other one, that one was weird too, and it was like, forgive Greg, or forgive Nick, whatever the name was, forgive this person, and she's like, yep, I forgive that person, life's too short, I'm on my own. The whole time she's in the sleigh, she's trying to like get their phone numbers so they can be friends, and of course that's not gonna happen because it's a dream. But the one thing that I thought was weird was because like, if you don't think about the crab, it's kind of like, it goes away, but as soon as you start thinking about it, it like feeds off your energy and your thoughts, and starts to attack you. So I felt like when the crab came off of their face, like I was like, how does the crab not kind of like revive because the person's like staring at them on the floor dying, right? So finally, the doctor fades away and he wakes up from his dream, and then he realizes that Clara is still sleeping because she wants to be in the sleigh with Christmas because it's the last Christmas. And he pulls off the dream crab, and she's like way older. I was so surprised. At first I thought it was gonna look like a completely different person, but it was her like older, and it turns out that it was 62 years since they had met. And it was pretty crazy to see Clara as an old person. It was weird. And then they had like that little paper crown. It was kind of sad too to see, but he realizes like how much he regretted not traveling with Clara and kind of just letting her go. So Saint Nick shows up yet again to see if there's anything he can do to help, and the doctor realizes that he's still dreaming. He wakes himself up and rushes back to Clara and pulls up the dream crab, and thank God she's back to her young self. And I guess the doctor realized how much he missed traveling with her, and she realizes how much she missed traveling with him. So at the end, he offers to take her back onto the TARDIS, and she goes back onto the TARDIS. So I guess she will be inside the new season. How do you guys feel about that? Do you want her still inside the show? Do you not want her inside the show anymore? I wonder how it's gonna play out now that Danny's not in the show anymore. I feel like it's kind of, I hope it's gonna go back to like the old, like with Matt Smith and Clara. That was like more fun episodes. And I felt like it wasn't like this character in the middle, like this, you know, third wheel pretty much trying to keep this balance between Clara and the Doctor. And I hope that in the new season, the show is focused more on the Doctor and traveling as opposed to Clara's story. Like, I feel like this whole past season was Clara's life, and it felt like Clara's show instead of Doctor Who. And I've known also that a lot of people online feel the same way, so I know it's not like just me being crazy. Have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, you guys, and a Happy New Year. I love you all so much. Look at this fancy pants beer stein mug that I got. It has a bear because it reminded me. Jesse has one too, and his has a wolf on it, and it totally reminds me of the movie Brave, Merida, right? The bear. I can't do a Scottish accent. That's really bad. But inside I have eggnog, and it's not any alcohol in it because I don't like eggnog with alcohol in it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know, did you like Nick Frost as Santa Claus? And did you like this episode of the Christmas special? Are you also excited to see Clara in the new season of Doctor Who, or do you not want to see her anymore? I thought she was gonna go away, and I was kind of excited about it because I was like, oh, a new companion. But apparently she's coming back. So, are you excited? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me everywhere on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, Pinterest, Vine. I think that's it. Anyway, guys, I love you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will talk to you.